Nice. So you called yourself a sports nut. What is it about? Because a lot of people, I, and this is going to sound a bit funny, but I think athletes are kind of born with that competitive type of nature. And for me, sports in general was the first place that I could like literally just go. Just what I'm saying to, and there was always somebody else who was trying to go faster. Do you see what I'm saying to? Like, when in primary school when you're running, every day someone would have a race. But it was like, and then you race somebody else. There was always somebody I wanted to race. So for me, once I found basketball, it was just like, not to be too quirky about it, but to me, basketball is kind of like an unsolvable equation because there's so many different things you can do with it. How would you describe sports for you?
Sport gave. So I was growing up. I was probably pretty shy. So it was a case of once I warmed up for you, I was kind of cool. But I was kind of pretty shy. So then I had maybe like a slight stutter as well. So it kind of made it hard for me to say that opening word. So sport kind of gave me that release where I could just play. I could just play the sport and not have that fear of having to introduce myself or having to speak to someone, because once I'm playing, I'm just in that playing mode, and speech became a lot easier. I just loved sport, and it's hard, as you say, it's hard to describe how you love sport. I mean, for me, it was once I was venturing into a new sport, say like cricket, I would go all in. So for me to love that sport, I would go and look at the history. I'd go and look at the players of the past days, of the past eras. Why were they so good? And I would just immerse myself in that particular sport. And then if I needed to watch sport, I'd want to watch an all-star game. I'd want to watch a game where the top players would be playing, and then you would see the best of that sport. And that's what I did. So all the sports that I played, I would look at the history of that sport, players of that sport, the teams of that sport. So it gave me a better understanding of how that sport was played.
So you've always been a student of the game?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, anything I did, I made sure I knew how to play the game. Because for me, being a sportsman, being competitive, I needed to know how to do everything. Because that gave me that edge on someone who didn't know that particular rule or that particular phase of the game. If I knew it, I was ahead of you.
Wicked. That's awesome, man. Light bulb just went off in my head. Where you're competitive. Oh, that's wicked, because your competitiveness is different. Like, there's not one, like, people compete differently, innit?
Yeah.
It's a very nice insight to know how you competed from when you was young, and that's probably why you did so well. Okay, so now you lost your first competition. What happened after that? When did you start getting the swing of basketball? When did you start just, like, the light bulb went off, where when you stopped thinking and you just started playing?
So, in between my year 8 and year 9, I think the year 8 we'd won as a school. We'd won the South East England competition, which was kind of a big thing at the time. So, but then I needed kind of more. So I went to a summer camp at East London Ross. So I was there, obviously got my t-shirt, my little the original grey t-shirt with the blue and stuff. So I was there, and then I actually joined East London Rocks. So I was there from probably like year 9. So I was playing under 15. So then fast forward to the end of year 9, we lost in the English schools final. We lost by 1 point in overtime, which was
Who did you lose to?
we lost to St. Columbia.
You never forget the ones you lose against, innit? You forget all the winnings.
Because it was crazy. It was crazy because in my school, in my 3 years, because remember we was schooling was different. We didn't go from 7 to 11. We went from year 7 to year 9, and then went to Monash. So in my 3 years at Chapel End, I lost 4 games.
Oh wow, wow.
I lost 4 games. We like one of them was the last one, English schools final.
Mm-hmm.
We'd lost the league game against Warwick. We didn't lose on it. No, we didn't lose in the Cup. Yeah. So it was, you know, even now I can still remember the team that
sorry for making you live that again. You're like, nah, that's awesome. So what was you like after loss? What type of player was you? When you after loss, what was you? Are you someone you lost the game, that's it, or did it make you practice harder, or would you just say, oh, it's just a game? How did you take that loss? Did that motivate you to go harder, to research harder? How did at an early age? How did you process losses? Because you only lost 4 times.
I can't say on certain games, but I'm going to give you a thing that happened to me. So I was selected to play the south of England, and we would go to Liverpool. So they did England trials at Liverpool. You'd have south east, southwest, northeast, northwest. So you went to Liverpool, and it was like, you know, the 10 or 12 best kids in that area would go, and then we play each other round robin, and then they select the next stage for England. So they play like home nation. So I went there. We won the tournament. We beat everyone, and then they sit us in this big room. So okay, thanks all for turning up. We all got like a pendant, you know, in bathrooms and pendants or whatever it was, and it was flags. And congratulations. We're now going to go through to the next stage, and we're now going to announce the players that have been selected to go to the next stage. So out of I think we had 10. I think we had 10 guys. Out of our 10 guys, 8 guys got selected. Me and another guy didn't get selected.
Oh, wow.
So already I'm like, I'm kind of embarrassed because them 8 guys got picked and I didn't. And I'm like, turn on the play every day, I'm gonna work every day. You know, this is what I'm gonna do, and this is my mind at the time. I don't know if it's more bravado or just, but I just make it. Fast forward, so I was like 15. Fast forward 4 years. Fast forward about 4.5 years. So I'm now 19 and a half, 20. I'm now playing Division 1 at Brixton, Virginia.
Wow.
Out of those 8 guys that got selected to play for England officials, to go to the next stage, not one of them played Division 1 ball.
Wow. Wow.
Maybe, you know, peer pressure, maybe, you know for yourself, the streets take them, or they go and find a girl, or they thought they'd reached it, so they else you couldn't be bothered. I potentially was in that respect, I was probably a late bloomer. I worked hard and hard and hard. I wasn't, even though I got selected, I probably wasn't ready for that environment. You know, and then that show 4 years later, I'm playing for Virginia at Brixton.
So